Word. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Wish I could squeeze this. I don't think y'all here yet. That's right. That's me. Yeah, that's me. That's my man Ferris Bueller. That's Ferris Bueller. Let me just play this shit, please. While we go. Yo. I'm just gonna chill for a little bit, wait for y'all to pull up. I'm high-key hungry too. Yeah, what up, James Chase? What's the word? What up, Master Magnetism? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? We here again. See, I got the, my man's in the background. He's strange. Booty shorts. What up, Lauren Murphy? Lauren Murphy, what's the word, girl? What's the word? He's strange. Well, he's trash, but he's charming. It's my man Ferris motherfucker Bueller in the background. What's going on? Tell me how y'all weeks been. How y'all weeks been? What's lit? What's lit? What's lit? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'm happy to be back here. I always look forward to my YouTube lives. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here today, but we just started. The bird. The bird's the word. That's a fact. Oh, creep here. He's a creep. Anyway, so I said we was gonna talk about Ferris Bueller, right? Ferris was a whole menace. You know he grew up committing heinous crimes. Yo, fact of the matter is, Ferris Bueller was just being a teenager, and he got to get away with it because you know what? He was privileged. Get out of here. I don't want to hear nothing else. Your man Ferris Bueller was getting away with some bull, and he was just terrible to his friends. He was a manipulator. The weather is lit. It's fire. Where we're at, Lauren Murphy, not up here. It's raining. I don't consider rain lit, but you know what I mean. To each his own. Yeah, man, Ferris Bueller was getting away with some bull crap. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Yeah, man. First of all, his boy was like, "Yo, don't take my dad's car." They didn't have to. Didn't he have a car? They had another car, right? Yeah, it's crazy out here. And now it's storming, Lauren. They had another car. I think he was in a regular car when he went to his crib. Surprise Ferris didn't make Cameron with booty shorts. He did everything else wrong. Yo, that's a fact. It's hot as fuck in Arkansas. If only. Why is Arkansas spelled Arkansas? Somebody got to explain that to me. I don't get it. Ferris definitely grew up to be either a con man or a congressman. Probably a congressman. I'm in Jamaica, Queens. Lauren Murphy, it's not raining in Jamaica, Queens? That's crazy. Frank Corey, me too. That's a fact. I ain't gonna hold you. Your man Ferris Bueller bullied his boy. He didn't even, dude was like, no, I don't want you to take the car. Look. He's like, I don't want you to take the car. This nigga just got in the car and took it. And was like, nigga, nah. Dude was supposed to smack the shit out of Ferris. You could tell Ferris never got punched in the face. Because they'd have switched his whole shit. Somebody just, bow, punch him in the mouth. He'd have been like, my bad. I just wanted to see how far I could go. That's what he said. Frank Corey, you in Jamaica, Queens too? What up, G? Was just watching your videos, King Mike Hall. Which one was you watching, King Mike Hall? Never knew Big Trouble in Little China was that crazy. Big Trouble in Little China is incredible. It's one of my favorite movies that I didn't watch as a kid that I watched as an adult. And I was like, this movie is ridiculous, but mad fun at the same time. Same reason why Wednesday is spelled when, yeah. Wednesday. When it's day. Corpus Christi, Texas is that house. What are you talking about, James Chase? Cameron didn't even want to get out of bed that day. Dude ruined his life for no... Yo, he was really sick, though. He was really not feeling well. This nigga talked him out of his sickness so he could come help him and become an accomplice. Yo, he had dude committing fraud. He illegally hacking into the school system and changing his days that he was out. Dude was just a get over artist. And then ended it like his girl was like, "Oh, that's what you wanted to do, right? You want him to stand up for himself." No, he just wanted what he wanted, and that happened to happen. But we don't know what happened to Cameron. Here's the thing: at the end of the movie, they don't show Cameron again. We don't know what happened to him. His dad could have beat him half. His dad, he could be in the hospital or dead. We don't know what happened to Cameron after that. His dad came home in his car that he like spent a significant amount of money on and he don't touch is wrecked. And we just supposed to believe Cameron was like, Dad! Cameron might have called the police on him and like, yo, he vandalized my property. We don't know what happened to Cameron. That's a fact. Nah, I'm in Arkansas, melting. Good for you. It was hot today too, so I'm glad it's raining. I see why people like it now. That man Cameron got beat mercilessly after that movie. He had to. He had to. His dad beat that ass. That's what happened. He had to. There's no way he just went home and his dad was like, you know what? That's good that you stood up for you. No, he got his ass beat. He was tripping the whole movie. I'm sure his friend died. We don't know what happened to Cameron, yo. We don't know what happened to Cameron. Ferris was probably only friends with him because he knew he could manipulate him. Ferris was cool with everybody he could manipulate around him. But what I will say is that when Charlie Sheen told his sister, like, why do you care what your brother do? And then she was like, you know what, you're right at the end of the movie. But at the end of the day, she was doing the right thing. She was like, yo, he's a menace. Like, y'all just let him get away with everything. Oh, that's daddy's this, mommy's little baby. No. He's an awful person. And everybody likes him. I'm sick of it. Ooh. I don't know if y'all heard that. Boondocks versus South Park. I don't know which one is funnier. The Boondocks is a classic. South Park is incredible. South Park is like also consistent. I gotta go to South Park because South Park has consistently been South Park. Hopefully the proceeds from the police department Save Ferris fundraiser will pay for Cameron's funeral. No, they're gonna go to Ferris. Ferris gonna take that money too. He's a scam artist. There was a theory Ferris was an imaginary construct of Cameron, and he was actually doing all these things due to a possible psychological break. I think that's nonsense though. Yeah, that don't make no sense because you saw Ferris's family. That would only make sense if the story was from Cameron's point of view, and he could say, well, maybe Ferris didn't exist. See, I would like a sequel where Ferris has a son that's trying to do everything that Ferris did, but he can't do it. He's trying to live up to his son, or it's like his pops, or it's like somebody else. But Ferris was a piece of doodle in my opinion. I mean, so was Prince's character on Purple Rain. He wasn't great neither. When you look at a lot of these '80s characters that we were supposed to root for, they weren't the greatest people. Like they were just not doing the greatest things. I mean, Prince's character, you felt like at some point he kind of learned. But we don't know. Like, we don't know. Sugar Hill movie with Wesley Snipes. I've never seen Sugar Hill. I should have because I'm from Harlem. You got to do House Party for the Black Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You know what? I will do House Party. No, you know what? Actually, I ain't going to hold you, Alex Black. I would rather do Class Act. That's my movie. Class Act I would rather do than, because Class Act is funny. What's good, Caveman? Cash 79. What's the word? Oh, you know I got to do this every time. You know, big appreciation to everybody that pulls up to the live and kicks it with me. This is like a highlight of my week. I really enjoy like kicking it here with y'all. And we're gonna figure out some watch parties and stuff. But if y'all want to support, there's that button up there. There's a diamond button and there's a little button with a star in the middle. If y'all want to donate, it can be $2, it can be $20, whatever you got. That's always helpful. That always assists me like moving forward. So if y'all want to do that, y'all can. If y'all don't, I'm not gonna be like, argh. Just keep watching the videos. The monetization helps. Hold on. Let's go back up because I keep missing y'all. You said in the video what I was thinking. He's worse than Zach Taylor. Zach Morris, you mean? Zach Morris is the worst. Christopher Dockett, yo. Plot twist. Cameron killed his daddy, went to prison for for swole mad jailhouse tats. And Cameron came back and what if the sequel to Ferris Bueller is Ferris Bueller is not in the bullshit anymore. He done grown up, he grew out of his shit. Cameron comes out of jail and he decides that he's gonna take Ferris Bueller on a day off. But it's gonna be an evil day off. Like he's got this sadistic plan that when he got out of jail, he was gonna take Ferris through. That would be the sequel. He gonna get Ferris back. That's a sequel right there. Pumpkin, that's a great sequel. Ferris family just loved him way too much. That's a fact. They was letting him get away with whatever. Prince was a younger version of his dad. Yeah, but I guess he was gonna blow up, so I don't know. At least Elliot was wholesome. Who was Elliot? DK DKR King Kong, what up? We here. You doing class act gonna go crazy. I think I might just have to switch it now. Every week I do a white movie, I gotta do a black movie next. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do next. Class act is underrated. I might do House Party. I mean, House Party is more popular than Class Act, so maybe I'll do that. Which one is more popular? Because I feel like Class Act is like I might have to do Class Act. Nah, the kid was just up in some terrible home shit that threatened to destroy him. Ferris Bueller was living a sweet life, but it wasn't sweet enough. Wait, what are you talking about, Pumpkin? What kid? Oh, you're talking about a kid in Class Act. I like Class Act better than House Party, J-Rob. I agree with you. I do too. Class Act was my favorite movie to watch as a kid. I love that movie. What up, fam? Love the Ferris video. He trash. That's a fact. He is trash. Ferris gets away with it all because he drove the principal to madness. If he hadn't been doing so much, the sister wouldn't have taken her brother's side. That's a fact. That's a fact. The principal was doing way too much. But he was sick of cats like Ferris. Like, part of me understands the principal's fight. His thing is like, I cannot allow kids like this to exist. Because they're not going to be great men. And they're only going to influence other kids. So I understand his point. He was like, this has to stop. But he didn't have to do all of that, to be honest. He didn't have to do all of that. He could have got him another way. He could have got him another way. The Ali movie with Will, I'm never doing that one. That's somebody's real life. I'm with that. Cameron's day off got to be filled with felonious activities. Cameron's day off would be the greatest sequel. You know what would be funny? If somebody just made a movie that was like based on Ferris Bueller, because nobody's gonna co-sign us doing that movie. But if we just did a movie that was based on Ferris Bueller, it was like a horror movie, and it was that same shit. It was like this kid, and it'd be white kid that he got out, and he comes to meet his friend, and then you learn why. He was like, you made me do X, Y, and Z, and this changed my life. But then it made me think, maybe I was playing it too safe this whole time. And it turns out that he had a psychotic break in jail. And he spent all of his jail time focusing on the friend that got him in trouble. And then decided he was going to ruin his life. What up? I don't know how to say that name. Intrinsic Media. Hello from Nairobi. What up, Nairobi? Elliot was the kid in E.T. He was? Oh, okay. I got you. House Party 1 is the hood classic. That's a fact. An 80s movie, you either had Heart of Gold jerks or heroes that had an outrageously large body count. That's a fact. Well, you know what? In Weird Science, I'm still trying to figure out how to get y'all that video. But in Weird Science, both of those kids, those kids weren't assholes. I mean, they were a little. Now that I think about it, they were like a little bit. Their whole thing was about, but that's teenage boy shit, right? But they weren't assholes. Even though they made Lisa, when dudes was like, give us Lisa, it was like, we can't do that. That would be a misuse of her trust. They were that's funny because I couldn't put that video up, but they were way better people than Ferris Bueller. BDBGP back in the building. Blacks, ooh, what up, bro? How you feeling? How you living? I'm feeling good. I'm living great, man. It's good to see you back in here, man. We gotta talk, man. We gotta talk on the Instagrams or whatever like that about the stuff you've been doing, but with the battles and all of that. I actually gotta send you some voice notes so we can actually talk, cause all of this typing stuff is like so. Let's talk. Um, so imagine this is Casey Scott. Ferris is all grown up with a kid, and the principal is after his kid. That same principal is like, if I couldn't get Ferris, I'm gonna get that kid. Now, Principal Rooney had all the kids in that school in check. He just couldn't let Ferris go. That's a fact. He couldn't do it. But Principal Rooney, again, I feel like Principal Rooney's idea, his point was good. It was like, we can't allow this. This shit is not. We can't allow him to continue to. Ferris was a spoiled brat that was a manipulator and was used to manipulating because he manipulated his parents and he manipulated everybody around him. That's what he was. Like, that's all he was. He was not a good person. I'm sorry, bro. That Ferris video was hysterical. I'm still cracking up about yo. As soon as I seen dude, I'm like, yo, look at sophisticated Beavis. Shut up, Beavis. You know what I want to do? I want to do a soul imagine for the Beavis and Butthead episode when Beavis was walking around just yelling at people, like screaming, like, ah! You remember that episode? They open the door and he just starts screaming. Salute. You should do Alien. I don't know how to make that. I could make that movie funny. Yo, I should do the first Alien. She'll show up. Alien gonna show up. Her breath stank. Breath smell like all hell. Rooney was a creep, an historically funny creep, but a creep nonetheless. LP, he was a creep in real life. I heard he was on some. He should be in jail. That's why he wasn't in the whatchamacallit movies. They didn't put him in the Beetlejuice sequel. I could do Beetlejuice too. I should. What movie from the 80s and 90s did you love, but now you see the flaws in them through your adult eyes? I don't know. I got to think about that. That's a good question. I mean, Ferris Bueller I used to like. I watched Ferris Bueller all the time as a kid because it was always on. But I can't. I mean, and that's, there's flaws in that. Purple Rain, same thing. I'd have to look. Appreciate you. I just seen $10 show up. Throw me some examples, Casey Scott. I got to think about that. You actually said it right. You can say Tay, though. What up, Tay? You do horror movies. I haven't done them yet, J. Rob, but I want to do. I think the first horror movie I'm going to do is probably going to be Chucky. You got to do more Buffy, especially with the new reboot. They doing a Buffy reboot. Who going to be Buffy? I don't know if I like that. BDBGP, chilling, my G. Chilling. I miss Blockbuster. That's a fact, J. Rob. Blockbuster was that shit. And especially if you got Blockbuster video games, bro. You know how many video games I couldn't get that I got from Blockbuster and finished in the weekend? Bruh. Sophisticated babies. Absolutely, fam. Hit me up whenever you got time. Just a heads up, I have your battle scheduled for September. Alright, we can talk about, yeah, alright, cool. September what? I can't believe I remember this, but Kelly Kapowski cheated on Zach Morris and he forgave her and ended up marrying her. That's wild. He did, word? Kelly Kapowski, she cheated on him with who? Don't tell me she cheated on him with who I think she did. And Ninjas, Bully, what's the difference? That's a fact. You got to do Beavis and Butthead Do America. Bro, that's my movie right there. My brother took me to see that shit. And obviously it was rated R. I wasn't supposed to be seeing it, but he took me to see that shit. I was like a Friday night. He took me to see that. And then I had like acting class in the morning. I'll never forget that. And I came to acting class with doing the Beavis shit, and they was like, this kid is fucking weird, because I was just so into Beavis. Even a sociopath like Zach Morris has to know Kelly was out of his league. No, she wasn't. Not to him. This is a blonde haired white boy in the 90s, 80s, 90s. No lie, Ferris was my junior high school hero on Wannabe Avatar. Really? Alien is perfect. I might have to do that. Ferris was a bad guy. Name withheld. What up, B? Alien 1 and 3 would be dope for Soul Imagine. I like to see you do Three Ninjas. I keep hearing about that, King Michael Hall. I might have to do Three Ninjas at some point. Manipulate versus bully. He did both. He manipulated and bullied, bro. He bullied him because he slapped him. He literally slapped him. He pushed him and then he slapped him because he made a mistake. Wasn't the principal on Howard the Duck probably? War Games, Goonies. People keep asking for Goonies. Black Pilot, appreciate you for the $10, my G. That's love. That's love. That's love. That's love. That's all I can say. Juice, my favorite movie. Juice, I had fun doing the Juice one, but I couldn't really make any money off of it because the movie company was like, no, they wouldn't let me monetize. They monetized. They probably made money off of my video. You should do the barbershop series that came on Showtime. There was a barbershop series. No, thank you. Based on a movie with Ice Cube. My favorite part for Ferris Bueller was when the nerd tried to give Principal Rooney a gummy from out of her pocket, and he threw that shit. He was mad. Principal Rooney was mad. Principal Rooney was mad disrespectful for no reason, bro. That nigga, he went all the way to Ferris's crib and broke in the crib. Broke in the crib. He was that hell bent on catching Ferris that he broke in the crib, bro. Get out of here, son. Friday afternoon, hit up Blockbuster for 2 movies and the game for the weekend. $500 in popcorn and candy in the checkout aisle. We'll never have it that good, man. $500. Who's spending that much money on popcorn and candy? Not me. We didn't even get candy or popcorn from the Blockbuster. We got that. We got stuff here. My mother was the type was like, we could pop some popcorn. That's for that extra shit. No, they're putting Sarah Michelle Gellar in it. It's a new Slayer. Point is the series will be very popular. You'll get views. I'm not against doing the new series. I'm just also like when shows are new, I'm a little bit wary about doing them just because I might have issues with the copy, Principal got charged as a PDF file, Siobhan Jones. I heard he's a freaky ass. That's not even freaky. He's a nasty boy. Hold on, let's go back. She cheated on with an older guy. I'm late as hell. It's all good. It's all good. Screech hit her with a mean, dirty Sanchez. No, don't say that. That's nasty. Is Screech still alive or didn't he die? Maybe I'm bugging. He was an asshole in real life, right? The dude that played Screech, he's an asshole. The show actually made it where Kelly Kapowski was the victim in the plot line. She cheated and still was the bad guy. How was she the bad? Oh, yeah. But Zach was terrible, the whole show. Wait, Zach Morris was trash. There's a whole channel dedicated to him being trash. I know. Zach Morris was trash. Honestly, he was Ferris Bueller. Because Zach would talk to the audience like Ferris Bueller. He was Ferris Bueller. Zach and Ferris Bueller are the same person. Matter of fact, Ferris Bueller was first before Zach Morris. So, Zach Morris has to be based on Ferris Bueller. We just figured it out. We just figured out a conspiracy theory, bro. I appreciate your constant content. I'm still singing the elevator. 50 million in the elevator. Flowers in the field, thank you. Have you ever considered doing back to school? I don't know what back to school is, Flowers in the field. You got to tell me about it. If y'all suggest a movie I don't know, you got to tell me what the movie about. Examples. House Party, Class Act. Ferris, as far as the premise, was good, but unrealistic. I mean, Ferris was good and unrealistic, but it also kind of wasn't to me because white kids get away with a bunch of shit, bro. They do because I mean, the thing is like they got parents that's gonna advocate for them. So it's like him getting away with all that shit is kind of because my thing is like if he got caught, how mad was his parents really gonna be? Like I think if his parents caught him, he probably wouldn't have gotten that much trouble. Cause his pops was an airhead. His pops saw him like three different times and was like and double taked. I'm like, yo, dog, your son, he's right. His pops is right here. All he had to do was look up. Ferris was right there. Like, come on, son. Come on, son. Remember where Ed Love was doing that? Come on, son. Let me see. How about Zap? Your battle will be on Sunday, September 7th at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which would be 8 p.m. your time. I'm like, Mountain Standard? What's Mountain Standard, BDBGP? That's new to me. How about Zap? It was a movie in the 80s about a kid who got psychic powers. Name withheld. I'm not against that. I kind of want to do that movie, The Shocker. I like that movie. So imagine. It's just woke up. It just woke up my bad. All good, Gary Tyndall. I ain't tripping. You here? Gummy 1911. You a Kappa? You gotta or a Q dog or something. You gotta see. I gotta see your take on the people under the stairs. I keep hearing about that movie. I never seen that movie. Is that a horror movie or not a horror? Like, what is People Under the Stairs? Is it a horror movie or is it like a Tyler Perry movie? Principal got charged. Yeah. Yeah, he should have went to prison. Cameron's biggest op, Omar Gooden played Ice Cube's character from that movie. House. Oh, you know what I gotta do, y'all? Anaconda. Pause. Remember the movie Anaconda with Ice Cube? House party would be great. I show my kids that end the scene when he's whipping his boy. Tell them that this could be them if they're acting up. Word, Vic G, that's what you're doing to your kids? Let them have their house party, man. Them kids are just being teenagers. Today's generation don't know anything about Blockbuster. That's a fact. I worked at Blockbuster. Christopher Dockett, you got to tell us about your experience as a worker at Blockbuster. I heard Rooney sneaking in the Ferris crib wasn't even in the script. Dude just bribed the AD and improvised the whole thing. It was like he was practicing or something. That's terrible. That is disgusting. Why would you say that? Screech died cancer? I think so. Do you think that people are assholes or that the world showed them? I think the world showed them how to be assholes. TV and all that types of shit. Again, always got to do this reminder. If y'all want to donate and want to help out, y'all can continuously watch the videos, put on a playlist by y'all out and let it keep going. Or you can do both. Or you can also they got that little button and you can send me $10, $2, $20, however much you feel comfortable with. So appreciate y'all. When y'all do, that helps. You should do another 80s supernatural action movie in the same vein as Big Trouble in Little China. The Golden Child. The Golden Child would be good for my next black movie. Because I want to do an Eddie Murphy movie. And I love The Golden Child. That's one of my favorite movies as a kid. I want a knife. I want a knife. Dusty Diamond died years ago. Who's Dusty Diamond? Dustin Diamond. Oh, that's him. Yeah. That's some Screech. You should do more lives with the Soul Imagine playing in the background. That's my new shit. Cause now with what we at, that's how I know we've been here for a while. Cause this is like we're on Lost Boys now. I feel like my Lost Boys videos should have got more likes and views and shit. It's cool, but I feel like it should have got more. Jacob Bowser, what up, bro? You about to go steal Mrs. Princess Peach? You should do, yeah. Back to School is Rodney Dangerfield. See, I haven't thought about doing a Rodney Dangerfield movie though. Would you do cartoon series? That's my whole channel was cartoons. You didn't know that? I started doing the movies later, but my whole channel was cartoons. Of course I do cartoon series. Mandela. Add the first and second Power Rangers movie to Soul Imagine, fam. I don't know about the second one because I don't remember that one, but the first one I remember specifically with Ivan Ooze, right? Ferris Bueller is a perfect John Hughes character. All of his movies are about childhood and teen wish fulfillment. That's a fact. Although my favorite movie from him is Weird Science. Like yeah, like people love The Breakfast Club, and I'm definitely gonna do Breakfast Club. But my favorite movie from John Hughes is probably Weird Science. Cause I'm gonna do Breakfast Club. What's good, Brody? What up, Ron Doe? Ron Doe, we're in a building. Ron, get the dough. Is your name Ronald? Do the first power. The first power. What's that, Master of Magnetism? I feel like you always have great suggestions, and I owe you a movie. I gotta do full eclipse. I gotta watch that shit and see if that's. I gotta watch that shit. I live in Arizona, so it's Mountain Standard Time. I didn't realize you was in Arizona, bro. Why did I think you was in I had a feel. I thought you was in like Atlanta or somewhere down south. I didn't realize you was in Arizona. Are you from Arizona, BDBGP, or you just live out there? And it's hot as hell in Arizona. I went out there one time when I was on tour doing music. It was 100 and something degrees. I said, "Good Lord!" And it was rain. This shit was hot, and niggas wanted to sit in the backyard. I'm like, "Ain't no grass out here. It's just desert in the backyard. Y'all want to sit in the backyard for what, nigga? It's AC in this apartment." I didn't understand what was happening. The Simpsons did a parody episode of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I gotta watch that. Zach Morris could never be Ferris Bueller. You know damn well Zach ain't getting random Chicago steppers in. Well, I'm saying that Zach Morris was created to be a Ferris Bueller because if you pay Zach Morris's whole shit was Ferris Bueller. He talked to the audience. He was always scheming. It was always some bullshit that he was trying to get into. He just wasn't as good at it as Ferris Bueller was. Ferris Bueller was great at what he was doing. He was a piece of shit, but he was great. Inspector Gadget, do 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 do. What up, Gary Tyndall? Anaconda, yeah. Anaconda might be the next one, the big ass snake. It's a horror movie, but the people under the stairs weren't the bad guys. So, and you talk about in the period, the people under the stairs, in the period, the people under the stairs, they weren't the bad guys. Pause. Anaconda was good and terrible. That's fact. Yeah, we gotta pause that. Anaconda, pause. Was big trash. I saw that shit in the movies. It was with Jennifer Lopez. That snake was eating them niggas. I like Anaconda, but it was a good. I liked Anaconda, but it was like a good at the time. Anaconda was always bad. Wes Craven horror movie from the 80s starts with Ving Rhames burglaring a slumlord, and yeah, kinda. I'm trained the gunsmith. Ha ha ha. Wait, what are you talking about, Gummy 1911? Which one? Those PlayStation 1 sci-fi in movies. That's a fact. You should do Dragon Ball Evolution. A lot of material there. Dragon Ball Evolution is terrible. Back to School starred Rodney Dangerfield as a rich businessman who enrolls in college to keep his son from dropping out, and hilarity ensues. That sounds funny. So imagine for Vampire in Brooklyn. Vampire in Brooklyn is a classic. But I think if I got to do an Eddie Murphy movie, I probably would do The Golden Child first. You should do Ice Cube's new War of the World movie. I heard that shit is terrible. Why is Ice Cube starring in War of the Worlds? I don't understand that. Delaney, what up, what up, what up? Real reactions, raw entertainment. Hashtag bad friend. At Ferris Bueller. Believe best what baddies? Okay. Working for Blockbuster was actually cool. We got free video and game rentals. That's fire, Christopher Dockett. Have you did Bebe's Kids? No, but I want to. I want to. I'm gonna have to. I might have to get to Bebe's Kids. When you watch it from Cameron's point of view in retrospect, falling into madness at the end. Yeah, no. Cameron had to like that shit was trash. You got to do Holiday Heart. Y'all be finding movies. I don't even know what that is. I still want to do The Wicker Man with my man, with one of my favorite actors of all time, Nick Cage. Yeah, yes sir, Ivan Ooze. Ivan Ooze was bugging. That nigga was mad greasy. Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. The main villain couldn't reprise her role for the show because her chest is too big. Were you serious? Sad. Hashtag sad. Holiday Heart was crazy. I don't know what that is, y'all. They're gonna have to fill me in. Gary Tyndall, appreciate you for the $5, brother. I appreciate you for the $5 donation. It helps me a whole lot. You should do Imagine on the green dildos being thrown at the. No, I'm not doing that. I get in trouble. Florida here, South Tampa. Yo, I was just in Tampa. I was in Tampa in July with my girl. We did a little trip. It was nice. We was right by the beach. We was in Clearwater Beach. Clearwater Beach. And they was so sad about Hulk Hogan. I was like, man, F Hulk Hogan. F Hulk Hogan. Sup, y'all? Never watched Ferris Bueller. What up, Mike, again? Never watched Ferris Bueller, but today's Soul Magic got me thinking. I need to see for myself how trash he was. You gotta watch Ferris Bueller, bro. You never seen Ferris Bueller, you have to watch it. Absolutely have to watch it. The second Power Rangers movie was Turbo. It was whack, but it would be perfect for Soul Imagine. I won't do the first one first, but I would do a sequel. I still nobody asked me to do Blade 2, which I think is crazy because I would like to do Blade 2. That might be my next movie, and I'm still working on Terminator. Ever thought about doing a Soul Imagine for music videos? So many old ones would be good material. I'm not against that. I just rewatched Terminator. I haven't finished the rewatch of Terminator. But Terminator, the first one is crazy, yo. Dude was bugging out. He was really trying to kill Shorty. He was really trying to murder Shorty. And his whole thing was like, yo, I'm just going to go look at the phone book and I'm going to just kill every Sarah Connor until I get the right one. His thing was like, I'm just going to kill every Sarah Connor. Like, what, bro? Really? That's the best you can do as a robot? You couldn't hack into a system and figure out exactly what the right Sarah Connor was? You got future technology. He's like, nah, I'm just gonna use the yellow pages, y'all. You ever see Last Action Hero? When I was a kid, J-Rob, but I haven't watched it since then. I'm originally from Jersey, born and raised, but I lived all throughout the tri-state. I lived in Florida for the past 3 years, but now I live in Arizona with my lady. That's fine. What part of Jersey, BDBGP, is you from? The first Power was a horror movie about a serial murderer who could possess people after he died. The bad guy would say, "See you around, buddy boy." That reminds me of the Shaka, though. That sounds like the Shaka. Because every time you knew that the Shaka had possessed somebody because he had a limp in his leg. Yo, so imagine, you should do Inspector Gadget movie now since we figured the plot twist. Do Inspector Gadget. I want to do the Inspector Gadget cartoon first, though. I should do that one. You should do Commando or the Mr. T cartoon from the 80s. Daniel, I'm definitely going to do the Mr. T cartoon. I heard that shit is crazy. Hashtag camera story, hashtag bad friend. What up, Delaney? I'm watching Uncle Buck now. That would be a good Soul Imagine. I don't know what Uncle Buck is. I never seen that one. Facts. I would like to see. You know what I like to do? What's that movie with Bill Murray where he goes to stay at his therapist's house? I can't remember the name of that movie, but it's great. So Imagine Family Matters. People have been asking me for that one. I don't know if I want to do Family Matters, but maybe. Back to school. Late response to you asking about the people under the stairs and asking if I was in the guns. Oh, got you. Yeah, I never seen the people under the stairs. I might have to watch that. When I was working at Blockbuster, we got free movies. That's lit. 100 degrees is a regular day in Arizona. The hottest that it's been since I've been out here is 130 degrees. That's crazy. When I was out there, it was 115, and I thought that was too much. Bobs, what up? 40-year-old virgin, you kill that. Parker Lewis Can't Lose was the first Ferris Bueller ripoff. Parker Lewis Can't Lose? Was he as... Yo, Bobs, was he as good as Ferris Bueller, though, Parker Lewis Can't Lose? Parker Lewis Can't Lose feel like he lost because nobody talk about that shit. We're going to talk about Ferris Bueller. Ferris Bueller had the weirdest name. His nigga name was Ferris Bueller. He had to be cool. But that name, because he had to get made fun of. He had to figure it out. Aries Spears said Ice Cube can't. He was right. Man, I don't like Aries Spears. I don't think he's funny at all. I don't like looking at him. I can't stand Aries Spears. I don't like his takes. I don't think he's funny. I don't like him. But do Bebe's Kids first. We'll see. I have to get the Bebe's Kids. I watched that as a kid on TV. Holiday Heart is baby boy dad playing gay. I don't know about that one. That just feels like controversy and trouble. Holiday Heart was an old BET movie where an older gay guy adopts a young girl whose mom is a crackhead. Oh, that's the one with Ving Rhames plays the older gay dude. I had to look into that. Can you watch Blackula Scream? Blackula Scream? What's that? The movies are a lot like Vampire in Brooklyn, but funnier. I might have to. Holiday Heart is a terrible X-Men movie from what I remember, Mike again. I think Ving Rhames and the mom from Brooklyn starred in it. Okay. Speaking of Nick Cage, what about Face Off for So Imagine? Face Off would be great. I still want to do whatchamacallit. I still want to do Point Break. So many movies I want to do. I might have to, you know what? I'm about to put a bunch of movies. I'm about to do a video, or not a video, a post with a bunch of movies, and I'm going to have y'all tell me which one y'all would like to see. I like Terminator 2. Terminator 2 is a classic. Watch Blade 2, then watch Blackula. I'm going to watch Blade 2. He was a gay boxer. Tales from the Hood is a classic. Because Tales from the Hood would be a bunch of Soul Imagines of different stories. Tales from the Hood. I feel like that would be great for Soul Imagine. A great Soul Imagine. Blade 2 is such a great Guillermo del Toro. Is Blade 2 Guillermo del Toro? Is that, I think, David Goya? Blade 2 and 3. I mean, I did Blade 1, so I definitely got to do Blade 2. But I just haven't figured out when I'm going to do it. Face Off is a perfect candidate for Soul Imagine. I'm from D.C., then moved to Virginia. Why you left D.C.? Well, I'm glad you're around D.C. now. I heard it's wild out there. It's crazy how the Terminator went from trying to kill her to having to protect her. Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, the goal is every time I do a movie that has a sequel, I will do the sequel. I just haven't gotten to them yet. Like, I haven't gotten to the Short Circuit sequel. I haven't gotten to the Terminator. I got to do Terminator 1, but I haven't gotten to Blade 2 yet. 100 booty shorts. 115 in Arizona was bananas. That was a hot day in November. The last time I was there. November, the coolest day was 95 degrees. My God, Arizona should only exist if you get free AC. They do give you free AC in places like that, though. Like Florida. Michael Milan, thank you. Face Off was wild with them impersonating each other. Nick Cage playing John Travolta pretending to be Nick Cage is great. That's a fact. It's a classic. Appreciate you. Thank you for the $20, Michael Milan. I'm going to skedaddle off of here soon, but I'm going to stay for a couple of minutes, like 2 more minutes. After Terminator 2, I was done. Yeah, that's because Terminator 2 should have been the end of the franchise. But what happened is people want to make more money. They averted the crisis. Unless you want to say, you know what I'm saying, look at this nigga Arnold about to have a baby. Unless you want to say that, that's not how it works, right? And that they would have just opened up an alternate timeline. You could say that. But I'm also, then if that was the case, then why did the robot send the T2 back? In that world, in that dimension, that's how it works. Time travel, like you change, you alter time. It just glitches and fixes itself, right? So I would say that it made no sense. After Terminator 2, it made no sense to do other ones. Like, they averted the crisis. The crisis doesn't happen. Why are we then doing Terminator 3? I'm like, yo, bro, no. Y'all just don't want to leave. And they keep trying to do Terminator movies. I'm like, yo, leave the franchise alone. It's over. It's over. I just think it's over. They need to leave it alone. I just thought of one. Disorderly's Fat Boys movie would be hilarious as a Soul Imagine. Never seen it, but I'll look into it. No dad in sight. I agree. I need he's trash, but he's charming. I'm gonna figure out how to put those together like as songs for y'all to download. Maybe I'll do like a Bandcamp thing. Y'all could like they mess it up. Terminator established alternative timelines in the latest one, which was why the new chick had no idea who Sarah Connor was. Say what? See, yeah, I'm cool. Leave it alone, bro. You ever see Creep Show 2? No, I haven't. I've never seen Creep Show 2. Sarah Connor Chronicles TV show was good. Was it? I'm cool. The Terminator anime was good and actually explained a lot. Where's the animated Christopher Dockett? I'm gonna check it out because I just feel like they just. I think the problem with Terminator is those are movies. Some stories need to end and just let them end. There's no need to continue certain stories. Like the story ended, and why are we still telling the story? But Terminator made so much money that they wanted to continue to tell it. Same thing with the Matrix. I'm like, yo, the story really ended at the first movie. I guess you could have told more, but that it should just got a little too much. I heard about that here on disorderly. Boo boo boo. Skynet should have never risked using time travel. Changing the past is wild and reckless. Who knows what killing the Connors would actually do? But I guess we wouldn't have gotten any movies then. That's a fact. I mean, the truth of the matter is the AI, Skynet is an AI. It's supposed to be smarter than everybody. So why the fuck would it do? Like, it just it's stupid. It's gonna send a robot back in time and be like, yo, use the yellow pages. What? Really? If there's any franchise that they need to end, is the Fast and the Furious. Fast and the Furious make money, and Fast and the Furious is purposefully ridiculous. So that's not gonna happen. I definitely need to be able to stream Elevator. Doing win the Elevator. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna pull that. I actually could put that on streaming. Skynet Lost Judgment Day. Excuse me. That's why they went back in time. Zaddy Batty needs to be on a playlist too. That's a fact. I used to have the Terminator hand skeleton ring. Wow. So now you want to erase Jada and the Bantu knots from the timeline because you wanted to delete the Matrix sequels? Blasphemous. Man, Jada, because I don't need Jada in the Bantu knots. That stupid ass sequel where they just jumping up and down in Zion. Get the fuck out of here with that stupidness. Foolishness. Movie is silly. How about A Sound of Thunder? I saw A Sound of Thunder, Name of Hell. That's when the dude stepped off the path back in time and changed the history and the shit. Like, shit started evolving crazy. Yeah, nah, that shit was crazy. So imagine Belly. I'm definitely gonna do that. That's happening. All right, y'all. Skynet was the dumbest AI ever. Sarah Connor needed to go so bad that they sent one Terminator back to Bumble. Yeah, they should have sent a bunch. They wanted to be inconspicuous for some reason. All right, Final Destination would be great too. The first Final Destination I might do. I would do that because Death was definitely Wile E. Coyote. All right, I'm skedaddling, y'all. I need to get up out of here, man. Thank y'all for kicking it with me, and I'll see y'all next Sunday. I'm gonna figure out how to do watch parties. That got to be the next thing we do. And thank y'all for everybody that donated.